The Face of Terror. Hafiz Saeed and Lashkar-e-Taiba. Hafiz Saeed, a name that sends shivers down the spine of many, is synonymous with terror and violence. His influence and actions have left an indelible mark on the history of South Asia. Hafiz Saeed was a name whispered in fear. His presence was enough to instill dread in the hearts of many. People spoke of him in hushed tones, aware of the terror he could unleash. He was the leader of Lashkar-e-Taiba, a dangerous terrorist group based in Pakistan. Under his leadership, Layti grew into one of the most feared militant organizations in the region. Saeed was a powerful figure who spread hate and violence. His speeches were filled with vitriol, inciting his followers to commit acts of terror. He was a master orator, using his words to manipulate and control. He founded Layti in the 1980s with the goal of fighting against India. His vision was clear: to wage a relentless war against India and to establish control over the disputed region of Kashmir. He wanted control of Kashmir, a region disputed by India and Pakistan. The beautiful yet troubled land of Kashmir became the battleground for his violent ambitions. Led trained fighters in secret camps and carried out attacks in India and Afghanistan. Saeed's words were dangerous. He inspired his followers to take up arms and fight for his cause, regardless of the cost. He called for jihad against India and inspired young men to join Layti. His ability to recruit and radicalize young minds was unparalleled, turning them into instruments of terror. His speeches were full of anger and hatred, aiming to create fear and chaos. He thrived on the unrest and used it to further his agenda, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. Layti became a major threat, responsible for many attacks on civilians and soldiers. The group's operations were marked by brutality and a complete disregard for human life. One of their worst attacks was in Mumbai in 2008, which shocked the world. The coordinated assault left the city in chaos and brought international attention to the menace of Layti. India vowed to bring Saeed to justice. The government intensified its efforts to dismantle Layti and hold Saeed accountable for his crimes. The pursuit of justice continues, as the world watches and waits for the day when Hafiz Saeed will be held responsible for his actions. India's Silent Guardians RAW enters the fray. India has a secret intelligence agency called the Research and Analysis Wing, or RAW. Established in 1968, RAW has been the cornerstone of India's external intelligence operations. RAW is responsible for protecting India's interests and operates in the shadows. Their agents are trained to be invisible, working behind the scenes to ensure national security. Their mission is to gather information and counter threats. This involves analyzing satellite images, intercepting communications, and decoding encrypted messages. RAW had been tracking Hafiz Saeed for years, knowing he was dangerous. Saeed, the mastermind behind several terrorist attacks, was a high-priority target. They watched his movements and listened to his communications. Every intercepted call, every GPS ping brought them closer to understanding his network. RAW agents worked undercover to infiltrate Layti, risking their lives to get information. These agents often spent months, even years, building their cover identities. After the Mumbai attacks, RAW's mission became even more urgent. The attacks were a wake-up call, highlighting the need for more aggressive intelligence operations. They needed to find out who was behind the attacks and bring the perpetrators to justice. This involved intense interrogations and piecing together fragmented evidence. RAW agents worked tirelessly, sharing intelligence with other countries to stop Layti from carrying out more attacks. International cooperation became a key component of their strategy. RAW's work was essential in the fight against terrorism. Their relentless efforts and sacrifices have been crucial in safeguarding the nation, earning them accolades and respect worldwide. Connecting the dots. RAW's pursuit of Saeed after Mumbai. The story of how India's intelligence agency, RAW, embarked on a relentless mission to bring the mastermind behind the Mumbai attacks to justice. The Mumbai attacks were a turning point and RAW had to act quickly. The devastation left in the wake of the attacks was a stark reminder of the urgent need for action. They followed every lead, analyzing phone records and financial transactions, and interrogating suspects and informants. Every piece of information was crucial, and no stone was left unturned in their pursuit of justice. RAW found evidence linking Saeed to the Mumbai attacks and shared this information with the world. The evidence was compelling and painted a clear picture of Saeed's involvement. They exposed Saeed's role in the plot, showing how he planned and financed the attacks. The intricate web of financial transactions and planning was laid bare for all to see. RAW's work helped to build a case against Saeed. The legal groundwork was meticulously prepared, ensuring that every detail was accounted for. India requested his extradition from Pakistan, but Pakistan denied any involvement in the Mumbai attacks and protected Saeed from facing justice. The diplomatic tensions between the two nations escalated as a result. RAW continued to gather evidence against Saeed, aiming to expose his network and dismantle ET. The agency's efforts were relentless, and they were determined to bring down the entire network. They worked tirelessly to prevent future attacks. The safety of the nation was their top priority, and they were committed to ensuring that such a tragedy would never happen again.